This is why you are wrong about people. I feel like everyone just forgets people can be dumb. People, they do that. People tend to be dumb. Not evil. They're not secretly plotting a coup. A coup? I don't know how to say it. Regardless, they're not trying to overcome the government. They're not trying to throw you under the bus. Sure, there are some people like that, but mostly people are just dumb. Right? And how many times have you stopped to think about someone and you're like, "Oh, this person sucks. They're just bad people. How could they have done that to me?" etc., etc. Sure, I'm not saying no one is evil. No one's out to get you. That's not true. Some people really suck and some people are very, very mean. But I feel like most of it can just you can just put you can pin the blame on something. And it's a very, very simple idea. I didn't even know it had a name until like today when I was searching on things so I could make this video. Well, I've heard about it before, I just didn't know it had a name. It's called Hanlon's razor. Hanlon's razor or Hanlon's razor or something like that. But it's that old saying that goes, never attribute to malice what can be attributed to incompetence, or which can be adequately explained by incompetence, something like that. Or, well, not necessarily incompetence. Stupidity, carelessness, ignorance. Either one is honestly perfectly fine to explain this phenomena or whatever you want to call it. Apparently Napoleon said it first, which I find hard to believe, but I'm not really a history buff or anything like that, so sure, whatever. Not very likely, in my opinion, but oh well. Okay, so think about it. It makes a lot of sense, cause I feel like especially when we're anxious, I'm a very, very anxious person. So people go a couple days without texting me, or they're just, I don't know, whatever. This that I did last Thursday must have made them really mad because now they just won't text me, even though they usually text me. And then you just start spiraling and everything's out of control, even though they're just like watching Netflix or something and haven't even thought about you in a couple days. It's like, sure, that also is not a very good, it's not the best scenario, but it's also not the worst scenario. And we usually go for the worst scenario, which is, oh my gosh, they hate me, they want me to jump off a bridge and perish. Dude, they just don't think about you at all. Like, they don't have time for it, or they don't want to. Half the time. And then, like, I'd say what? So 50%, it's just them not thinking about you. The other 30% is them, I'd say it's when you can assume that they're just not thinking, period. And then the other 20%, it's like, fine, those people actually suck. And you should probably distance yourself from those. But it's rare. And when you're thinking that everyone's out to get you and everyone's a criminal mastermind which is trying to screw over your life and make you miserable, like, come on. It's just not, like, statistically feasible. It's just not something that can happen that frequently, as frequently as you think. And I mean, plenty of times, plenty of times, you can just attribute IQ to, well, it has a correlation. You can't really attribute it to empathy, but there is a correlation between a higher IQ. It's not linear, though. It's not linear. That's important. But sometimes, for a person to have empathy, they need to be at least reasonably intelligent. Some people just aren't. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying stupidity is a bad thing. It's just, come on. It's just calling people evil, even in your head, just like being, oh yeah, that person sucks. They did this and this to me because they hate me and all that. It's just not probable. It's not even plausible. Sometimes. We found out last week that they wash their hair every time they go into the shower because they didn't know shower caps were a thing or something dumb like that. And then you get surprised when they're quote unquote mean to you. Like, really? Really? And I'm definitely guilty of this. I mean, I must be a villain in somebody's story on something I didn't even think about. I didn't even do it trying to be mean. I was just like dumb. Just did something dumb. And yeah, I saw an argument one of these days online that was basically, oh, Hanlon's Law is dumb because you can't really attribute incompetence to like the politician is trying to screw you over and blah blah blah. Yes, you're forgetting the most important part. What can be attributed to incompetence? It's not every time it should be attributed to incompetence. Yes, people are evil. Yes, some people are just plain evil, like crawled out of hell type evil. Yes, those people exist. But usually they go into like politics. People like that, they're drawn to a position of power, but that's a whole other video, so I'm just not even going to talk about it on this one. It's just, those are exceptions. So that's, come on, really? You're trying to make a case out of exceptions? Oh my gosh. Whatever. And also, I feel like some people are just like babies. Honestly, I'm guilty of this a lot. People, when they're out of my line of sight, like, I usually forget that they exist. Not that often, and not that fast. Like, if I did something on Tuesday and then on Friday I'm like, oh, that might have hurt them actually. I'm still thinking about social interactions, right? Because I have anxiety and all that stuff. But I will text them and I'll be like, hey, so this, I didn't actually mean this and this, which I thought could be interpreted as such. But yeah, that's not how I meant it, blah, 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 blah. I'm definitely guilty of that sometimes, but usually I explain myself later. But yeah, it's basically... Okay, what I'm saying is just stop thinking about yourself. Stop putting the blame on yourself. Stop assuming everyone is out to get you. They are not. They have their own lives. Some people, sure, they're out to get you because they envy you or they don't think you should succeed instead of them and whatever. But stop assuming everyone is out to get you. You will be happier because of that. It's more or less like a ignorance is bliss type situation. It's just, dude, once you stop putting so much energy on, oh my god, why did Jessica act that way on a random Saturday night? She must hate me and she's trying to get all my friends to hate me and blah 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 blah. It's like, sometimes it's not that serious. And then once you start assuming that instead of, because we usually assume it's out of malice, but once you start assuming it's out of ignorance rather than malice, you'll just be happier. It's like you're like, oh, maybe Jessica just didn't think that this is not a socially acceptable thing to do. Oh well, let me get on with my week. It's just easier to be happier this way. So it's like it's like you just flip the tables and then you choose ignorance. Oh my god, did you see what Carlos said to you? He said that he said this and this and that, and that was like so on your face, like he was trying to get you to be pissed off. It's just like, whatever. Let me be the incompetent one this time. Let me assume the burden of being dumb, because I'll definitely be happier than Carlos. Sorry to all the Jessicas and Carloses out there. Just the names that popped up to mind. Actually, I don't think I've met a Jessica in No, well, it's not. It hasn't been that long. But yeah, people are usually nice. At least those are my findings. A lot of people are nice. There doesn't mean people aren't that's all that's left in the world. I promise. So yes, this is my rant. Thank you for showing up. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.